film that we're in. That's the films that Susan's been scripted dead Bundy, that we're living in, that are all in an augmented reality creating through the computer systems in one of the world's largest properties in Susan Sheppard's story. Scripting is what Proxies created character settings, characteristics, wearing attachment characters, and then AI, IT, just different languages, creating that character times a million beings, eyeballs, cameras, projectors, filming, eyesight, spyware, voyeurs, microphones, TV and radio character created. Example, William Sheppard's character, the Antichrist. The worst mobster his character is of Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy watching and filming through their eyes, documenting the story live. While it's happening, there's always people, insiders in minds. That's how we read and we write. And this is how this network of Susan Sheppard's augmented reality works. So since the current film is about a combination of all the different films that have been created and figuring out what film we're in, the dead mobsters, mafia characters were live scripting off dead mafia mobsters. Susan Sheppard is attempting to change the history of the film that we're living in, not to be reenactments. That by taking the film which people already scripted 5 decades, taking the last few minutes or seconds of a being's life right before they die or kill for investigations. Everything for film uploaded and downloaded and goes into film. So now they're talking about which character. So they scripted William Sheppard Jr. as the Antichrist. This was the film about Tag Nautica. This was about making a film that was never gonna be produced. It's produced in the production and then in fantasy. What you really have is through your mind. And the script writers are ghost writers writing for the movie that we live in. Of the films, they're creating characters by tagging changes the name. But the character is still the same because it's gonna be attached to Tag Mobster. And the current mobster right now is William Sheppard Jr., quote, the Antichrist, because we're in a 5-decade war of the religion organization, of organized criminals, endowment, business, contracted killers, LDS, Mormon saints currently scripted as Hitman, as terrorists. Now day and night 24/7, bragging about Kabbalistic sacrificing ceremonies for atonement, first rite ceremonies as perdition notes. And Proxies beliefs and ordinances. 1 first to bestiality, 2 second ordinance to pedophilia. They believe they're kings and that they're gods, and they call themselves Heavenly Father. And this is about using microphones, skill, brains, and remote control. This means remote viewing and ownership rights as Hitman. They believe they own every single being. This is about the fact that talking 24/7 microphones inside his brain, because they believe they are gods. Saints are the Elul. The leveling up is the fact they believe they're kings and the queens and that they own you. Them invading a property and being grave robbers is just who they are, that's their character. So to understand that the bishops and the Melchizedek priesthoods spend their lives terrorizing, they go around in Hitman and they ruin your lives. Their there is still your benefit. Check missionaries start off their mission to creating symptoms. The job in the system is to disable people, create benefits fraud and insurance fraud, to steal assets, to create laws. Make sure that you can break the laws and script laws that you're approving that you have already broken, but that you will continue breaking because you are above the law. And you make the laws the Mormon Militia military did believes the government.
This is about overthrowing government.
Where every temple LBS Mormon is government quote. They believe they are quote government. So to understand the characters that they took all the worst that was Ted Bundy. So the idea that all the worst things you can imagine have grabbed the content is going into the dream machine, into people's minds to show when the children die, to show when you're hospitalized.